toxic masculinity.
$60 million a week spent to house minors at the border.
Yeah, that's the number. That is the number of people.
$60 million. Wow.
Yeah, 60 million. That's pretty crazy. So this is a week, 60 million a week to house immigrants at the border. You know what would be nice? And this is just the minors, they're saying. You know what would be nice? If we didn't have this problem. That would be fantastic. And then we wouldn't have to spend this money. But look at this guy. This guy made this happen. Let's just read some of this. It's costing the Biden administration more than $60 million a week to care for 16,500 unaccompanied migrant teenagers and children now in federal-run shelters, and the cost is only going to rise, according to a new report. The Department of Homeland Security is spending the bulk of the money on costly temporary beds in pop-up shelters, in convention centers, converted oil worker camps, and military bases, the Washington Post said. Kids in cages. They're spending $60 million on kids in cages, which they said was... Did they say that this was like a concentration camps? Mm-hmm. Wasn't that what AOC said? They're spending $60 million a week to run child concentration camps. Let's call it that. Let's call it what it is, shall we, Alexandria? The $60 million a week price tag came from an analysis of government data obtained by the paper, the Washington Post. Their report said... the 16,500 kids now in HHS custody, about 70% of them are ages 16 and 17, need shelter for an average of a month until they can be released to vetted family members for eligible sponsors, the Washington Post said. And I think actually legally they're only, because the Democrats were so crazy during the Trump administration, they're like only like legally allowed to hold them for like 3 days or something like that, or a week or something. They're holding them for a month apparently. But HHS has only 7,700 beds in its network of more permanent shelters, where it costs $290 a day for each child. That's fewer than half the beds needed for all the kids they've got. Another 4,000 kids are languishing at cramped border intake facilities. God, I mean, this is getting crazy. That leaves another 4,000 kids plus in the hastily constructed pop-up shelters, which cost approximately $775 per kid per day. Good Lord. Why does it cost that much? It doesn't cost that much for me to live. $775 per kid per day? What do they got, like golden toilets? What's going on over there? That does not cost that much. They're giving them like tinfoil bed blankets. How does that cost $775 a day? That's crazy. Which, by the way, I bought because I'm going to do a little video on that. Okay, the number of kids is only increasing despite already being at an all-time high. The government projects that by September, as many as 26,000 unaccompanied minors will arrive in the U.S. each month. Darling, do you have anything to say about this?
Well, they spend so much money on kids, like $725 a day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. $775, yeah.
Well, of course, they're feeding them.
Mm-hmm.
That's it?
I don't know. I mean, I guess they're feeding them like... What was the restaurant that we like?
Spago?
Yeah, I guess they're feeding them from Spago. I guess Wolfgang Puck is making every meal for these kids.
Did they say why they're spending so much money?
No, there's no... It doesn't make any sense. It's just crazy.
$725 is a
maybe it's partly for like to pay the Homeland Security officers that are working there, and I don't know.
I mean, maybe it counts salaries and electricity. I don't know what else.
Anyway, the point is that Biden's handlers created this mess by encouraging immigrants to come here. Like the surge is their fault. And if they hadn't said, "Oh, we want you guys to come up here,"
that's what they literally said.
Yeah, but when they were running against Trump, they were just like, "We're going to open the border up to everybody." And so people were like, "Great, we're coming up," and they're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! What the hell's going on?" Of course, every Republican was like, "Dude, don't say that. Don't be crazy. Of course, we can't encourage people to come up from south of the border. You're nuts." And, there's going to be this massive surge. We're not going to be able to deal with it. And look what happened. Of course, that's what happened. Of course, this is what happened. They're completely reckless, completely irresponsible. They were so anti-Trump, they didn't even think about the consequences of their rhetoric. Absolutely disgusting. They need to be kicked out of office.
Yeah.
And then let's just round up all the illegals and send them back south. That's what I say. And finish the wall. Darling.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you for a favor. You ready for this?
Yes.
Big deal. Big favor. Do you know what I'm going to ask?
No.
Can you read the next story?
Okay.
Okay.
Gay YouTuber James Charles admits sexting
Sexting?
underage boys.
Sexting with underage boys.
What?
Yeah,
I
sexting.
don't know what's the
Sexting means like texting sexual things.
text. Oh, that's a new word in my vocabulary.
Yep.
Thank you.
I messed that up. All right, companies are staying silent amid beauty guru James Charles' sexting scandal. So there's this gay YouTuber who is like a makeup artist.
I know.
You know who this guy is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's kind of famous. Toxic Masculinity. Weekdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.